People who've been following the channel for a while might remember half a year ago when I made the world's worst thumbnail. Attached to the world's worst thumbnail was a video called 5 Cool Legend of Zelda projects from around the internet, where I basically shined a spotlight on a handful of very cool Legend of Zelda fan projects. One of those projects was an in-development fan game called Shiekah's Curse, made by a user named Shiekah. After the video was released, she reached out to me to see if I'd be interested in trying the first playable build, and then later the first demo build, which of course I was. What is Shiekah's Curse right now, and what is it on track to become? Well, Shiekah's Curse is a cyberpunk take on Legend of Zelda, with a story that takes lore from Ocarina of Time, Breath of the Wild, and even A Link Between Worlds, in an intriguing narrative that seems to have a heavy focus on the Shiekah. So that's what it's to become, but what is Shiekah's Curse right now? Well, it's a cool little demo that becomes tremendously impressive when you learn that Shiekah Witch did the entire thing herself. The art, the music, the writing, the programming, it was all done by her. Taking that into consideration really pushes this demo into kind of amazing territory as far as I'm concerned. Shiekah's Curse opens you up in East Hyrule, surrounded by imagery fairly reminiscent of Breath of the Wild. The most obvious difference is, of course, the character you're playing as, who turns out to be Zelda, a cyberpunk, rebellious take on the princess. Some exploring of the island will bring you to a neon king of red lions and a modern take on Link, who talks. Link is here to escort Zelda back to their city of Metropolis, only he lost his sail on the way over. In addition, some climbing gear is needed to make it over the mountains. Zelda talks to a nearby Subrosian who's happy to part with his sail and climbing gear, and they return back to the city of Metropolis. Link desires to stop and see an old friend, and a short jaunt through Metropolis brings us to the end of the story content of the demo, ending on a curious cliffhanger that possibly hints towards something sinister. Honestly, I was kind of shocked at how much I enjoyed the writing in this demo. My biggest struggle with a lot of fan content is often the writing coming off as disjointed and very unlike the series that it's attempting to emulate. This writing is actually pretty good. It has a playfulness that feels very Nintendo-like. The interaction between the two Subrosian shopkeepers feels like it could have come right from a Paper Mario game. Despite being a small demo, it's packed with references to Legend of Zelda lore from a strong diversity of games, and you know I of course love to see so many Subrosians getting some love. The game obviously doesn't have the budget or manpower of a AAA or even funded indie game, but Shiekah Witch got around this the tried and true way, via strong art direction. The characters are unique and stylized, drawing attention to their modern punk aesthetic, and the landscape is dotted with interesting towers and buildings. She really nailed the Breath of the Wild concept of always something visually interesting to investigate. The best part of the game visually though is Metropolis. It's gorgeous. I love neon-bathed, high-capitalist corporate settings, and Metropolis does not disappoint. Look at it, the colors are, they're so good. If you thought the character models maybe felt a bit out of place in Hyrule Field, it's here where they make complete sense, and they fit so damn well. The gameplay is still heavily in development. You can move, rotate the camera, interact with some environments, and swing your sword. There are some bokoblins to slay, though they die pretty quickly. Despite the early development of the gameplay though, there is a shocking amount to do. Interesting little secrets and out-of-the-way NPCs to be found, rupees, hearts, and amber can be collected, and there's actually an entire completely optional side quest with one hell of a payoff. It involves a bit of a scavenger hunt, as well as experiments with the game's implementation of the Breath of the Wild chemistry set design. This side quest is a must-play if you wish to get a peek at just how dark this story has the potential to be. That's all, I just wanted to make a quick video showcasing this awesome demo. Unfortunately, no publicly playable demo yet, but I will surely keep you updated if Shiekah Witch reaches out to me again, and you can find her Twitter and YouTube in the description. Thank you to Shiekah Witch for giving me access to this demo. I can't wait to see where she goes with it.